Alrighty, we're flying the youngest kit of 2023s. This is probably their 4th day up. They've been flying like this for like 10 minutes now. So they're starting to come down. But yeah, this is the youngest kit. The kit with the least amount of airtime. But you know, I'm putting out 3 kits a day right now, and it's always going the Lime kit first, and then the oldest 2023s out of my stuff, and then the youngest stuff towards the evening here. And the idea is just to get them going and trying to get them lifted, flying good height. I mean, shoot. Happy with the results, but man, I tell you, putting birds back up after lockdown really sucks, you know. But this kit, you know, they're not sexually matured yet, as you can tell. So you know, they're not wasting energy chasing each other. So they got a little bit more focus in flying, and that's what I'm talking about. You know, you want birds that aren't too sexually mature in your kit. And I don't know how guys fly with a mixed kit, but I know I can't do it because it'd be driving me crazy. The cockbird and the hens would just be chasing each other around, and that would just drive me nuts. I can't do it. You know, I need birds that's gonna focus. You know, these young birds are getting it together. This is their 4th day up. So I flew this kit first. I wanted to see what they were doing, so started flying them, and I realized, you know what, I haven't gotten hit yet. So I was like, you know, I'll put them back up. So you know, I'm just doing that. But if they're doing it right, I don't even know if I want to split them up yet. That's kind of why I haven't separated the older ones yet. But I probably should, because the older ones are just getting way too sexually mature, and they are just wanting to breed and not even work together here. So I might have to do something about that. So I will have to move them around. I hate moving birds around, but you know, I feel like when their head is not in the game, you know, they're just too busy chasing the hens. So gotta change it up and try to figure it out. So the hell with it. I think it's time for me to probably move the hens with this kit, and then move the cockbirds into the other kit. Yeah, I might end up doing that, moving the hens to this kit, because this kit's not sexually matured, so they're more focused. And if I could put my hens in here, I don't think it'll change them that much. So maybe that's what I'll do. But you know, you want to control your birds, or at least manage them, you know, where they're not a headache to yourself. But you know, it does happen that you just get a few knuckleheads in there. But you know, it's all part of the game, and you just kind of have to go through and see what works and what doesn't work. Yeah, so I got 2 more birds up in here. I got this little fella. That's a mason bird. That bird's been kind of just loving to fly, coming home late. Always one of the last birds to land. I'll have to pay attention to her and see what the heck she's doing. But yeah, I got a few mason birds that's driving me crazy here. I've not been too fond of them, because they like to land elsewhere and cause a lot of trouble. So I really don't like that. Like, That one right there in the front with the bald head here, that's a mason bird, and he does everything right. Never lands anywhere else. You got that little other bald head right there. Lands perfect. Doesn't land anywhere else. But you know, you get a few that just, I don't know. It's like if you push them up, they freak out. And then if you don't push them up, then they just like sit on the roof. You know, even if you feed them up, you know, they're just acting up. So it's like, it drives me crazy. It really does. And, you know, I'm going to be working with them a little bit more. Hopefully this year I'll have a full kit and I'll put them off to the middle here. I'm actually going to put them right there in that middle one right there. And I'm going to fly out of them. A kid out of them too, so that, you know, we have them all together here. But see, that's what I'm talking about. Sexually mature birds just being troublesome, you know. Might just have to move them out because can't deal with them. Don't have the patience to deal with them. But I think pretty soon here, like, look at that. I got that bird over there. That's strike number 2 for you. So if you don't get it right, one more strike. See, those are the birds that I call early. Okay, that bird better get it together. He's got one more strike. One more strike, then he's gonna be going down because I can't be having that. You know, cannot be having that. Now we gotta talk about some of these birds that like to fly like this bird here, that always come down last. See, I don't mind birds that do that. That just shows me that they enjoy flying. Because that bird was in the kit, it wasn't an out bird. It was in the kit. When the kit landed, it still just wants to fly. And you know I got one side of the family here that would do that out of my stuff. That would always be the last ones to come land. It's just something that they enjoy. They just fly, and it's like, you know, I don't call the birds until they all land. But see, that bird just loves to fly, you know, and I don't like to fly birds that fly 2-3 hours, to tell the truth. But I do know that there's a side to my family. See, I work with them long enough to know that there's a side that just loves to fly. And, you know, to some they might like it because, you know, it's easy not to lose focus on them. You know, and it's easy that, you know, like birds like that, you won't DQ with them, you know. If they didn't fly time, you ain't gonna DQ with them. But see, look, it's coming down right there. See, that bird's a mason bird. That bird's always the last one to land, always the last one. But she will always land right there on the roof. So I don't know what's going on with that one over there, but that's strike number 2. If tomorrow he does the same thing, then he's out of here for good, because I cannot deal with this. I cannot deal with this. See? Right there. Right there. Where do you go? Right there. Yep. Everybody's down. Strike number 2. To do that again tomorrow, you're done, birdie. I'm sorry to say, but you can't be having the whole kit doing that now. And that's the thing. You have one bird that do it, and then pretty soon you have 2-3 birds, and then next thing you know, you got a full kit over there. And that's what I'm talking about. You cannot be having them do that. Cannot be having them doing that. So, alright guys, F4LESS Roller, we out. I'm about to call him in. F4LESS Roller, we out.